perfect.
Okay, you're Dmitry, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, would you would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Dmitry. I'm originally from Russia. Well, I'm working in 3D graphics more than 10 years. Yeah.
Hmm.
So before I was working with Unity for like five, I believe even 7 years. Now, last year, not last year, 2021, 2022.
Hmm.
Even 2000, I switched to Unreal because I already wanted to switch for for a long time, but my job primarily was Unreal, Unity, so I had to stuck with it. So I
Right.
finally switched to Unreal, and I do all my stuff in Unreal right now.
Is it just
Well,
your personal stuff that you're doing in Unreal?
no, in my portfolio there is some how am I gonna put this? Works from the job and some of them my personal jobs.
Cool.
So yeah, and my experience was quite various. I mean, I was working with environment, characters, props, level design, SFX, so like a lot of things.
Do you know how to like post about level design in ArtStation? Because I think a lot of people have that kind of question. I see this level design 3 here.
Actually no, because well, how am I gonna put this? I just post level design how I see this, yeah, from the better perspective, just to
Mm.
show the level itself. So
Right,
it's
like the
not
end
like
layout.
yeah, like and the layout without any details.
Right. Yeah, because I guess when you get into level design, it's there's a lot of like, okay, this is where things are that you pick up, and this is where things are that
Yeah, well, if we were speaking
yeah,
about technical part, it's yeah, like okay, we put this here because it's here, we put this here because it's there.
yeah,
But in my case, I just want to show a good picture.
right, cool, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So there is definitely a lot of variety in here because with the characters and then props and full environments, it looks like, and then it looks like in your more recent stuff, you're looking at more technical,
Uh
adaptive materials.
yeah, this Lava River is for my personal project. It's a racing game, and quite struggle with lava planet environment. So this yeah shader I was made like in 1 2 days, and I didn't expect that I would make it that fast. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, one week for that, let's hit it. And like in 2 days, like, okay, it's done. I feel fine with that.
yeah, this looks cool, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so okay, so
uh,
you're more of a generalist from what we've been able to
yeah, I believe it
yeah.
is, yeah.
Are you wanting to focus more on anything in particular, or are you liking to keep it pretty general?
Actually I was quite mm, struggle to focus to the characters, yeah.
Mm.
But it seems like every job that I have, and mostly like 3D environment, props, less part is are the characters.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at the industry in general, especially if you're doing like freelance and stuff, uh,
Mm-hmm.
more often than not with characters, it tends to be portions. Like, oh yeah, could you help us with like a bunch of hair variations for
Yeah,
like
something
swapping
like this.
hair out? uh, versus environments, they're like, oh, we just need like a bunch of like these types of props, or they just give you a
Yeah,
brief and you're like, okay, those are 50 props. This is going to take me about this long, and then you charge them and just build them out.
yeah,
Um,
usually like this. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, so you said you're interested in character, but you just don't get very much traction with that as far as freelance goes.
Not only freelance, just let's say I have a permanent job, yeah, like 40 hours per week, even more. So it took quite a time for me, and in the end of the day, just sometimes want to rest. And I'm in a period right now when I'm just quite on the low on the resources inside. So I have few ideas for the next characters, but I just need to figure out with myself.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's dude. It's really important to rest as well.
Yeah, yeah, as well, yeah.
So when we look at your portfolio from this view,
Hmm.
you have like you probably heard me saying it in the other portfolio. is the icons. Like if you could unify the positioning of where like the Unreal and the
Mm-hmm.
Unity logo is, as well as like the size of them, man, that would help your portfolio a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Getting into like just unifying the overall image. Um, there is a lot of intermixing, like you're saying. Like you can tell that you're a generalist in just overall. I almost said generalist in general. um, yeah, you can tell that you kind of like dabble in everything, and it might be worth uh, organizing it in like a specific order to try and maintain the generalist image, but also
Mm-hmm.
like give the viewer the ability to switch sections when they want to, either through
Mm-hmm.
like the filter gallery thing or just putting it in a specific order.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because well, my first idea was like I'm just putting the things how they goes. Yeah. From
Yeah,
the
time order.
yeah, and about the icons, I just took the perfect corner at I mean in exact image, so it will not interfere the image itself.
Oh
But okay,
right.
okay, okay, I get it, I get it. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I can totally understand where it's like, oh, if I put this here, it's gonna block the main
Yeah,
detail
yeah, yeah.
that you're trying to focus on. Dude, thumbnails are kind of annoying how they're all square. But okay, so what are you trying to focus on now? Like, because when I look at this, it's quite broad.
Yeah, well, right now mostly focused with the shaders,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and with materials and all this magic that it can provide. Also, I'm trying to, yeah, this is one of the levels from the my race. Yeah, is it's VIP. So right now I'm mostly focused with the shaders. Mostly focused with all this shader math to understand what can I achieve, what can I replace in Unreal with the same quality, but that gonna cost cheaper than it should be.
Right. Oh, so you're trying to be like ultra optimized.
Yeah, yeah, it's my goal because right now I'm working with VR and it's like pain in the ass, honestly. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Because we try to achieve a really good picture, but we quite limited with the resources because of VR hardware.
Hmm.
So it's like two chairs, yeah, as we're saying.
Yeah, I'm noticing as well with the. So did you build the ice like I
Yeah,
guess all of these shaders, right?
my shader. Yeah, it's my shader.
Because like in this view, this looks really nice. This one here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I scroll down though, this one's
Mm-hmm.
super distorted. I know it's because like the you're trying to simulate that refraction
It
look.
is heat bump, the
Oh
node
yeah, okay.
that goes down, yeah. And plus it has this screen space reflection that not go well sometimes in Unreal.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just distorts the things, but from the way where it goes, from that, let's say, height of the camera in the game, it looks, for me it looks good for now, yeah, at least.
Right. Okay, so we have three portfolios we're looking at today. This is the second one. I'm just gonna mention this in chat before we continue here. So Remy is asking about like talking about portfolio, working on your portfolio while also working on like a full time job. So I think after the third portfolio, we can chat a little bit about that. And if we get to the 2 hours for the stream, then we'll get to the 2 hours. If not, then we'll raid someone. But yeah, I would like to talk about that before we end tonight. Um, okay, so back to your portfolio. The I wonder if like that type of distortion can be if you really lower it in strength and then rely on like the parallaxing inside of the material, you'll probably get like a because the cracks, right? If you can get those cracks to feel like they go deep into the
Mhm.
ice, you're gonna get this really cool, and you kind of have it happening in this top image here.
Yeah, I believe it's, for my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe also depends on the angle, how you look at the surface.
Mm,
From, for example, if you made the same surface and look straight, over reflection is gonna be cool, but after some angle they start to disturb, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the normal, how reflects
mm.
goes with the normal, or maybe it's just I missed with some notes now.
Yeah, because I mean this upper image here, you get like a the reflection is more accurate to like
Yeah.
the overall image, whereas this one I think this is actually the real time screen space reflection, like the cheap one that blends in. Um,
Also,
mm.
probably okay. I had a distance blend. Maybe also the what you're looking at right now is closer distance, and probably I just mess up with something.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe yeah,
Yeah.
but what I think is there's two different reflections happening here.
Yeah, closer and far distance, just because
Yeah,
to avoid the tiling on the distance.
right. It looks really cool though. Like there's some
Thank you.
really interesting imagery going on here, and seeing like the what is it like the ring in the distance in the
Y-
sky.
Yeah, it's like a ring in Saturn or something like this.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like one of the moons.
Yeah, that was.
uh, but yeah, I guess so. When I look at your portfolio, I think uh, like quality wise, you it varies. Like you have stuff that's really strong, and then you have stuff where it kind of it teeters. And I don't know if it's because it's the like the Bobo work. I don't know if this is because this is really. I mean, it says 5 years old.
Oh, it was just fun too, you know.
Yeah.
5 years old plus I was just having fun with some toon shaders and some toon stylish. So it's just like this. Yeah, just make some
Okay.
toony shader.
Yeah, because I
Mm.
mean, depending on the order you put these in, if you put things that are just you trying things or like stuff for fun, it can either go on like I don't. Yeah, you're not paying for the pro, so you don't have the blog feature. But the you can either put those at the end here or like when you group them in their categories, that can
Mm-hmm.
also
Mm-hmm.
be a way to control like how people perceive your work,
Isn't
because
it?
this can be difficult to tell if like, oh, does he actually know what he's doing, or is this like stylized and then he's trying to be stylized, or
It's not creating a mess from the perspective of a viewer when you have a lot of, um subgroups. Yeah,
hmm.
like, oh, this is this and this is this. It's not making mess.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think I don't like subgroups.
Uh-huh.
The ones where it shows you categories that you
Yeah,
set.
yeah, the one. I don't like them either. Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer like just putting them in order, um, of like how you want the viewer to view them, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like I can tell you're getting into shaders, but that's because you have everything in the order that you've wanted it in, or like as you're posting. Um, so oh yeah, there's another level design one, but like clustering them together positionally could be good. Like
I
maybe they're
understand.
still in time
Understand.
order, but all the
Uh-huh.
characters are in one area from like
Uh-huh.
oldest
Understood.
character to newest. That could be good.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. I like this. I like this. About the characters, this guy with the mask.
This one, the Aztec futuristic one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just I believe I spent 1 year to make this thing because from the scratch to the final project. I mean, the rebuilding the concept was hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, this is sick though. It's pretty
And I
cool.
was really tried to achieve at least the Witcher 3 quality, yeah, in these places. At least, yeah, if I could that. And there was a fun part with this guy. Everyone asked me, it has a camera on the back, on the backpack. If you
Oh, here,
scroll
yeah.
down, you will see. So, this camera is just a patch because originally I was trying to create some sort of, the cannon from the Predator movie, on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I spent like, I don't know, 3 weeks sculpting in ZBrush any sort of hardware that put this, and I was like just desperate because I didn't like anything. And
Yeah.
I just, hell with this, just put the camera. He had to, look back. So
Oh, that's
that's it.
awesome. Yeah, so he's actually got like full 360 vision essentially is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean this is quite an interesting asset, and I think like it looks like you're using detail normals, or is
some
that
of
just
them
really high
actually I
res?
don't remember. Some of them probably they are.
Yeah.
Most of this just painted in substance, yeah, substance painter. It has four VVs, one on the hands, one on the lower leg, one on the torso, and one on the head.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, it splits. You can scroll down, you will see everything. Yeah,
Mm.
all technical part. And okay, this guy's originally was inspired by the if you know the movie Apocalypto, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one guy, the chief of this mercenaries with the skulls. So I decided to put him in the future. How he would like,
Yeah.
how he would look like, yeah.
This
So
is great, dude. It's really
yeah,
cool because it's you're being quite creative, but at the same time trying to stick to certain
yeah, I tried to
styles.
make these technical things, and I was trying to, to rig these guys as much as I could. Yeah, put some skeleton inside,
Mm-hmm.
but also make some sort of challenging, avoiding this. I call this barrel mesh. When always horizontal, always vertical in characters
Yeah.
for better animations. So I tried to avoid this, and you will see in the mesh, yeah, in the wireframe, it's quite messy, but at least I make it
Man,
possible.
I the thing I'm looking at is his like furry collar, and I'm like, if that can just be pushed like fluffier, I don't know if that's the best way to
Oh,
describe it.
yeah, I was trying to, the hair shader and with subsurfaces and things
Mm.
like that. Yeah, so it was for that time it was my maximum. But yeah, I understood. I was trying to make it more furier.
Yeah, I'm looking at like all of these renders, and this one with the I guess you would call it the axe gun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Actually,
it
it
yeah,
was originally in a
that's
history.
super cool.
Yeah, so I didn't know that in the time when I was creating, I was like, okay, he has an X, but why not? It has a gun, so X and a gun, why not? And then when I read the article that in the time of somewhere about when Spanish Spain opened the South America, they had some mushket with the X, and I was just, oh wow, okay, why
Oh, that's
not?
awesome. That is so cool. Yeah,
So
the reason I really like this one is it's quite creative, but it also because you have this directional light, it really shows off material work. Uh, because you see it. It's like when you look at a material sphere, and you get that single light that kind of wraps around the sphere, and then you get the
mhm,
backlight. I think
mhm.
if you had a backlight to get the little rim lighting on the character, that would have just
uh
pushed it just that much further.
yeah, yeah.
But
Agree. Totally
no,
agree.
this
Yeah.
is cool, man. And
Thank
it
you.
does have with the disc, it does have some Predator vibes going on with it.
Yeah, a little. Yeah. Predator has some, inspiration here.
Hmm. Yeah, the Vince in chat was saying that the muzzle flash feels a little simple in the mesh.
It is.
I guess it's
Actually,
just
it
because of
is.
this edge here. Like
Uh,
being
it,
able to
it
break
it is
those
a
edges
simple,
really help.
yeah, it is a simple half sphere. Yeah, just to show
Mm.
the flash.
Yeah, you're like, I just need an excuse to put a
Yeah.
light in
Yeah,
front
yeah, yeah.
of
Actually, it is.
it.
Just it shoots. Okay.
uh, no, it's just super cool though. Yeah, seeing them with the fire behind. If you had that same color for the fire right on the edge, man, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. Because then you'd have like the warm and the cool
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
image. But no, it's this character is really interesting, and that freaking that I don't know if I call it a holster for your gun or like the
It
axe,
is. It is. Actually, it is.
because this thing is crazy. That's pretty cool. It's interesting because it's simple yet like complex, if that makes sense. Like the design idea behind it looks very much like how you see tac. This sounds really weird, but tactical machetes.
Yeah,
It
understood.
looks like
Yeah, I get
yeah,
it. I get
yeah, which
it.
sounds like what? Very streamlined machetes. No, it's really cool. It's awesome. Yeah. So okay, so you've got level design, you've got environment, some stylized stuff, characters, and now you're diving into shaders. And you said that's just like you're going deep into that, I guess, because of the struggles of VR and trying
Yeah.
to make something look amazing, but in
Yeah.
VR. Is there is do you have any questions on any of this stuff
Um,
so far?
I would like to know, when you look at this portfolio, what first goes to your eyes? Like, what catching you the first?
Honestly, all the icons being everywhere, and
Okay,
trying to
okay,
figure
okay.
out why.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Um, I think the next thing that my eyes would go to is the environments, but I think it's because my brain's biased. I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
immediately look like, okay, what is this one? And like I worked on Division, so I see a city street, and I'm like, okay, I gotta
Mm-hmm.
see
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
how things are put together, and how neon signs were designed, and what type of propping they were thinking about. The reason I wanted to click on this is because of the amount of leaves on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, I want to see what's going on there. Is that how were you approaching that? Because it looks like it's accumulated on the
No, no,
sides.
no, no, no. It's already prepared meshes
Okay,
for like for angles, for corners, and just a mesh for the streets, just the flat.
right.
And
So
we
it's a
had
kit.
yeah, some sort of a
Yeah,
kit. Yeah, 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 with the loads and everything.
right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So okay, I'm just gonna draw on top of this really fast. So it's kind of like if this was its own piece, and then you had like a corner piece,
Yeah, it is. It is.
and then like a shorter one here.
Yeah. No, no, no.
Dude,
It's
that's
bigger. It's bigger. They're big. They're
oh,
huge,
they're
and
quite large. Okay,
yeah, they're big. They're like they
like something
wide
like this.
with the road. Yeah.
Oh, they're even.
Yeah, like full square of the road.
Oh man, and then this would all be one. Dude, that's intense. But
Probably
I
no, no,
guess if the
probably
laws work.
cut in half. Yeah, in
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
just cut in half. Yeah. So yeah, like this. Yeah, like
Okay.
this. And they just have a lot. So in the distance, they just disappear. So you don't see
Right.
them.
Yeah, and I guess maybe they even turn into camera facing it if they need to.
They have some. They had some distortion, yeah, through the shader, so they just wiggle a little.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we implement in the game.
Right. I guess the only other thing I would say with when you have posts that are like this is just kind of showing like if there was a way to link other, because I know you can, but if you link anyone else that you know that helped work on anything in here, I don't
Oh,
know if the size of the team was a like how big it was or whatnot, because maybe it was just you
it
dealing with it.
was quite a lot,
Mm.
yeah, but also honestly was quite messy in the organization. So
Yeah.
yeah,
There's always something.
yeah, there was always
No one is
something. There was
perfect.
always something. Yeah. So
Yeah, there's a suggestion as well about grouping it by. So we both of us don't really like the grouping feature, just because it looks kind of
mm-hmm.
uh, it looks it just looks weird. I've never liked the grouping feature because it looks very busy in a weird way.
Yeah.
But I think moving them in position near each other, like all of the characters being in a row in time order, and then all of the environments or level design being in a row in time order, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
your shader work. Oh, I didn't click on this props one. I think the other thing that sticks out for me is the materials aren't hitting like full on yet. Like I would say you're maybe getting like 75% of the way there with materials just singing. You know, like when you see PBR materials that are really like punchy,
Mm-hmm.
somehow they're
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
everything looks right. Um, whereas I feel a lot of your work can be a bit stylized, like at least with the, I mean, maybe that was the intention with the Aztec one, or if it was trying to go quite real. Uh, what was your intention with the materials on with the Aztec futuristic
With this one,
character?
we're mostly realistic as maximum as
Mm,
possible.
okay.
Yeah. So
Um,
not you
yeah.
see, some of the items here in portfolio they are made by the pipeline. Yeah. So they are not the realistic. Yeah. They just how our let's say art leader
Hmm.
was looking at them and they just like, okay, no, 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 just put here, different materials. I don't like this here, switch it here. So I had to obey, and in the end, it is what it is. Yeah, I did
Ah, I
this.
see. I see. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was thinking it was you were saying it was just you working on stuff, but this is um work related, I guess, in that sense. Then
Aztec is mine, but props and level design, they are work related.
okay.
So probably, yeah, probably there is a reason to sort them out
Right. So
because
okay, so
mhm.
yeah, go ahead.
No, just because quite oftenly my level of my personal work is quite exceeds the level that I had to use on my job. So it's the reality of
Right. Yeah, it's the
3D,
reality of the industry.
yeah, of the
Yeah.
industry. So it
Yeah,
is what it is.
I was gonna say I think what you can do to push your surfaces
Mm-hmm.
to like that next level is taking your thinking about every material and what their roughness value is, and then whenever anything happens to that material, what happens to the roughness. I'm sure that there's, I don't know if there's renders in here that I think you have some flats. Where are we at here? I'm just scrolling. Yeah, you've got some packed masks. So like I guess getting more contrast between your roughness to get that variation to really pop. Because like if you were to
You
do
mean
like a yeah, go ahead.
variation in general or in just a specific job in a specific work?
I mean, I do see there's variation. I just a lot of the times you don't know what material is what
Actually, it is. Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah, I agree.
because you do see the separation. Like this looks pretty good, and but also looks a bit on the stylized side, which I think is the intention for the design. Um, and like the weapon uh, material wise, there's areas where it's really heavily textured, and then there's areas where it's quite noisy in the surface type.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but let me see if I can find a good example of like so like for example in this glove,
Uh-huh.
like the where the knuckles are or this metal bit
Uh-huh.
to get that metal to really pop away from like what this material could be like a leathery material. So if
Uh-huh.
you got metal and leather, those two roughness values are going to be very different from each other, as well as
I
like the
got this.
metalness
I
type.
got this. Uh-huh. 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 Understood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Agree. Mm-hmm.
And then
So
I
they will
wonder,
just like
yeah, go ahead.
more show up. Yeah, sorry if this
Hmm.
word can be used here comparing with. Yeah, okay, I understood. Mm-hmm.
And then I guess maybe if you want to tell a story with the blood, like if the blood is fresh and it's on the glove, maybe that's the most like uh, reflective or it looks wet. That would be you
Mm-hmm.
get those types of visual pops against leather type materials. I'm not sure what this material is though. It looks like it's maybe metal and it's rusting a
Actually,
bit.
it is leather. Yeah, just one
Yeah.
of this
Okay.
more hard, one of the more soft. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So this is a little bit more rigid, and then the fingers need to be softer so you can actually
Mm-hmm.
move.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just
Thank
defining
you.
those materials and really understanding the roughness values between them, and then telling stories between them using roughness is like
Mm-hmm. Okay.
the
Okay, I
ultimate.
got this. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. This is cool though. Yeah. I do. Vince in chat was saying that it feels like there's a lot of posts in here, and I
Well,
yeah.
it's a big work.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
can
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to cut down on them but keep the images if you wanted. Like some of them, it feels like you're like I don't know if you, like this one for example. I guess you want this one because you want to show the belt.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
grenades themselves.
man, those look like sketchy grenades. Like I feel like I would accidentally activate those quite easily. It's just a red
Well,
button just
actually, you
waiting to
just
be
need
pressed.
to press this button and
Yeah,
throw it. Yeah.
yeah, or press it and not know because you were crouching.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't thought about that.
yeah,
Okay.
I think about that stuff all the time. It's like the thinking about every little like realization, like the ball on the back. Like if that can, if you can lean forward and it deploys and it actually shoots outwards, and then they get visibility on everything in front of them, that could be pretty cool too. So it's almost like a like propelled off of the back
Uh-huh. Yeah,
forward.
yeah, okay, yeah. I thought about leaning on the ground, but when I made the suit, I realized, okay, there is no leaning on the ground. You know, you
Yeah.
just stand or die. That's it, because it's so tight and just what not quite how's the word?
Mm,
Has a flexibility. Yeah.
right. Yeah, there's a man. Vince is coming up with some good suggestions. So, like, if you were to let's say you take the belt and you
Mm-hmm.
take the weapon, and you let's say you take the platform that he's standing on, and
Mm-hmm.
you just lay those out on top of that, and then you can show off those things in their own scene in a
Uh,
way, because then
uh-huh.
you could either do a separate post, or that turns into one post and actually allow, or one image, and it allows you to remove like 3 or 4 of these without
Yeah.
losing anything.
Yeah, probably it is. Yeah.
But man, I get a bit of a Titanfall vibe from some of the shape language
Actually,
going on in the helmet. It's cool.
this helmet was the, let's say, reshaped helmet from the Apocalypto movie. They had the same mask with this tongue, so I just
Yeah.
made, yeah, I just made them, cyberpunk, sci-fi, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's super cool though, man.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions before I jump over to the next call?
No, no, just want to say thank you for your time.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Oh, I'm getting another message, but cool. No, I really appreciate you sharing your work, and it looks like you came from uh, what is that server? I always forget. Prismatica.
Yeah, I was there as well.
Yeah, that's a great channel. That guy's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, they're really cool.
But awesome. All right. Thanks for coming in here. And if you have any other questions, just poke me.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
I can help out. But super cool. Thank you again, Dmitry.